Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Trails in the Sky the Third. Last time we convened, we got Alan Goddamn Richard. You know, the antagonist of Sky First Chapter. He's on our side now, and he's badass. Has some of the highest damage in the game and some of the lowest arts delay. It's kind of a bit broken, just a smidgen. You'll see what I mean soon enough. However, onto today's itinerary. We will be going and exploring some of the doors and places that we haven't been to before that we have passed up. This is going to be quite a side questy stream, so if you're hoping for more major plot, that'll be on... If I can remember my streaming dates... That will be on Thursday. So without further ado, Alan Richard is a bit broken. Just a bit. And we'll be going over that in a brief aside right now. I'm going to head over to the Luminous Labyrinth and tackle this star door. All may set foot within this door to lay claim to its rewards. However, you must first overcome a trial. Should this fail to deter you, open the door and step inside. Hardy, hardy, ha ha ha. I ain't afraid of no door. Although what I am afraid of is having no more viewers. Please remember to subscribe and like and do all the things that boost me in the algorithm. Okay, that was a bit cheesy and tacked on, but you get the point. I appreciate you. Overcome the trial before you, then I shall grant to you a memory fragment and my blessing. These jerkwads! The Mischief are very hard to hit with physical attacks and will usually cause petrification on anybody they hit. And the Star Guardian works pretty much the same as the Moon Guardians did back when Tita had to fight those in, way back in Jade Corridor. So what you want to do is have all your party members fairly close to the back. And then when the enemies all walk up, you want to use something like a Silverthorn on the ones closest to your party. You don't need to worry about hitting the Star Guardian. There's not much point in doing that. You just want to cast it on as many of the Mischiefs as possible. There is no worries if you don't have access to the good stuff. There are substitutes, things like Diamond Dust, that can inflict freeze. Pretty much anything that can slow the enemy down you want to use. Silverthorn has a 90% confusion chance. So, more often than not, you'll actually be able to get confusion off on those guys. And, well, when the enemies are confused, they are kind of useless. And will kill themselves more often than not. Yeah, that can happen. Just want to keep spamming all of the things. This fight can take anywhere from 1 to 2 tries, depending on how lucky you are with the enemies hitting you. I don't have a revival item on me at all. I am a dumbass. Never mind. This is gonna suck. Chloe Meat Shield activate. Oh no, we got freeze. Okay. So the enemy may also divide if it's not confused, which can, again, lead to some issues. But now that they're all grouped up here, I can go for a kind of free stun here. I'm going to use the Styles S-Break on one of the unscrewed ones, because I can't use Chloe's the turn after she's been petrified, or freed from petrification, rather. And just get Richard back up so he can be more of a meat shield, which is, again, all he needs to be. We functionally just want to keep the enemies off of Reese so she can keep spamming Silverthorn, and there we go. From this point, the enemies will basically kill them. The mischiefs, sorry, will basically kill themselves. So you want to target the mischiefs that are not confused or frozen. As once the mischiefs run out of mischiefs to target, they will target you instead. Tittle Richard right here. There we go. And then one of the new things that Reese has access to is Enfeeble, which I will show off right here. So what Enfeeble does is it is basically the defense reduction effect of Comfort, but in craft form. One other thing about Richard that I should probably mention is he has a ridiculously fast craft usage time. So we're basically gonna play the enemies off of each other like a gigantic ping pong ball. Shooting Star has a chance of inflicting Feint. Not something that you want to get hit by, in particular. But, you know, there are worse things that could come up. And you basically just want to enfeeble the boss and spam Luminous Divider or other attacks with Richard, and it will go down. Going to try and position these guys in a decent way. I want to damage this Mischief right here, while letting that one run off into a corner. The only thing that could kill us now is getting very unlucky with Petrifies. So we're going to try and avoid that. There we go. And those Mischiefs should now take care of each other with any luck. No feint. Oh well. Gonna morale, just to boost Richard's strength there. This can happen sometimes. It's not the worst, though. As long as you've been holding on to your Purging Bombs, or not Purging Bombs, sorry, Softening Bombs, which you should have a fair amount of by now, you should be fine. And now this is when you may have a problem. When there's only one of the enemies left, if you can't stun them, they could end up petrifying your whole party, and then the plan's gone tits up. Fortunately, now that it is stunned, it can't really do anything. So Richard can just wail on it until it dies. Because this thing has a snowball's chance in hell of getting out of this chain stun. And you'll notice that Richard can just pummel out craft after craft without stopping at all, because his delay is just that damn low. And this is him without Clock Up EX active. It is insane how many turns this man can get. The Licorice boost finally ran out. And the enemy is dead. Boop. And bonk. Easy peasy. Like I say, could take more than one attempt, depending on how lucky you get. But it's not particularly too bad. Obviously, multiple silent, not silent. Multiple silver thorns can make that a lot easier. If you want the most basic access to it, you should take an EP4 and EP cut 4, sorry, and a silver gem or an EP4, and you should be good to go. Anyway, narration time. Augments are devices that use the orbal energy contained within Septium to cause a variety of useful effects. It has only been a little over half a century since they were first invented, but even in such a short time, they have already revolutionized the world as we know it. From daily necessities, such as lighting and heating, to tanks and other similar weapons used to defend our nations, augments are used in just about every facet of our lives. In fact, it's now hard to imagine life without them. So much of what we take for granted in life now involves them in some way. And it is to proliferate and advance the development of these augments that we exist. We, the Epstein Foundation. No association with the island owner. Our foundation was first established in year 1155 of the Septine calendar, the year after Professor Epstein's passing, and was created by his brilliant-minded disciples in order to honor his wishes. The Foundation is based in his home state of Le Mans, where it remains in operation to this day. It was rather limited in size in the beginning, and its attempts to spread all technology was initially met with little success. Sensing that the Professor's dream would never be realized, at the rate they were going, 3 key researchers left Le Mans to try and spread the seeds of orbal technology across the continent themselves. One of these was Professor G. Schmidt, the professor who had gained a fine reputation of his own for his skill in the field of mechanical engineering, went around and visited corporations in various nations to persuade them of the benefits of augments. The second was Professor L. Hamilton. Mindful of the technological gap between regions, she long believed it was rural and remote areas that needed augment technology more than any other. As such, she enlisted the help of the Bracer Guild, which already had a close relationship with the Foundation, and formed a mission with the intent of promoting and spreading the technology where applicable. The professor herself also toured the regions with the aim of spreading public awareness and laying foundations for others to build on in her future, or in the future. The third was Professor A. Russell, now known far and wide as the father of the Orbal Revolution. Professor Russell returned to his home nation of Liberl and continued to work tirelessly to advance augment technology there. And within a year of returning, he had set up the Zeiss Engineering Factory, now known as Zeiss Central Factory, ZCF, and created the first augment to be made outside Le Mans State. 3 years later, the reigning king of Liberl at the time, Edgar III, visited the factory to inspect it, and he decided to donate a large amount of money to further its research. With His Majesty's endorsement, augments began to spread like wildfire throughout the kingdom, bringing such prosperity that the people of other nations were filled with envy. Up until then, most people didn't see augments in a particularly positive light, but their success in Liberl changed those impressions virtually overnight. One nation after another began to reach out to our foundation to share augment technology, and both our foundation's financial and social standing became that much more secure. In the eyes of the world, the Orbal Revolution was a sudden, far-reaching transformation. but it was only because of years of reaching out to people and diligent, largely unnoticed research that it was able to happen at all. The Foundation's activities center around the following 3 guiding principles. 1. Carrying out fundamental research on orbments. 2. Spreading orbal technology and informing the public of its benefits. 3. Contributing to world peace through technology. Now then, let's discuss each of these 3 guiding principles in more depth. 1. Carrying out fundamental research on orbments. The Foundation's most important mission is, naturally, the improvement and development of orbal technology. The fundamental principles behind how orbments work need no improvement as such, but their architectures, their internal structures, have been improved upon countless times in the past, and will surely continue to be perfected by the curious mind as the years go on. Orbments architecture concerns the mechanical parts inside them, such as the cogs and screws, and there is still plenty of room for change as this new technology develops. These improvements can reap great rewards, but the research necessary to make them is known to be as lengthy as it is expensive. As a result, companies who prioritize profit over all else are less inclined to pursue them. That makes our Foundation's research all the more important from a social perspective. 2. Spreading orbal technology and informing the public of its benefits. 2 other important goals of the Foundation are to spread orbal technology as wide as possible, and to educate the public on the correct way to use it. While orbments have become part of the daily lives of most who live in advanced nations and populated urban areas, the reality in remote and mountainous regions is very different. To counter this, we have long worked to send missions of engineers and bracers to these regions to try and better the standard of living for these people, and will continue to do so. We also continue to work on other ways to spread awareness of orbal technology, such as working closely with the Epstein Church to have it added to the curriculum of Sunday school classes. 3. Contributing to world peace through technology. It is to pursue this noble, yet extremely difficult goal, that the Foundation has had a close relationship with the Bracer Guild ever since its initial founding. The Guild was established as an internal peacekeeping organization, and can mediate on conflicts between nations from a neutral point of view, making it essential to the stability of our world as it stands. The Epstein Foundation continues to back them up fully in their cause, both with financial aid and using the fact that Le Mans State is the only place where tactical orbments are produced to provide them with equipment. Just as well, this relationship also provides ideal feedback towards tweaking the quality of tactical orbments as they are used in combat too. Every machine and every invention goes through a long, grueling process behind the scenes before eventually reaching its finished, refined form, and tactical orbments are no exception. Then, in September calendar 1190, our Foundation unveiled the Orbal Network project, which will be implemented in partnership with Zeiss Central Factory. Said project aims to join all of Zemuria together with a single united communications network, but our hope is that it will do much more than that. Our hope is that it will help to realize a peaceful world through communication. Sadly, Orbment's relationships with peace, as a concept, has become somewhat complicated. Are they aiding in its realization, or are they doing the exact opposite? Professor Epstein expressed his hopes that their ability to realize the limitless looping of energy would be able to bring lasting peace to the world. Instead, recent years have thoroughly betrayed those hopes, and the post-revolution world has been a chaotic one indeed. The conflict between Liberl and Erebonia, for one, made significant use of orbal weaponry, airships included. It seems beyond a doubt that orbal weaponry will continue to become more and more advanced, making war an even more tragic event than ever. In the face of all this, how should we go about trying to create a peaceful world? We believe the best way to do this is to rely on the power of communication, and a means to do so with people of different nationalities and races. If these people can more easily interact and more easily deepen their understanding of one another, perhaps that will allow us to create the world we all so dearly desire. In the end, one thing is for certain. Our challenges to try and realize Professor Epstein's ideals are only just the beginning. Side story: the Epstein Foundation finished. Received Ingenuity 2, received 7,000 Mirror. And this is why this game is good. Sweet, sweet plot. Anyway. Now that my ass has been sufficiently beaten. With Stardoor 7 there, and the kind of speech about the Epstein Foundation, that entire thing is kind of an allegory for world peace via the internet. You can see the connections, you can read between the lines, I'm sure. And the fact that a game in 2007 about funny girl with big wacky stick can commit something like that to paper and make it seem so serious, I guess, and grounded is very damn impressive on the writer's behalf. So anyway, we're going to completely destroy all of that integrity I just built up and go to school. Yeah! Woo! Although there is someone else we need to pick up at the moment. Which means, yes, Alan will be warming the bench for a minute. Sorry, not sorry, bro. You're too good for your own good. Too good for your own good? Mm.
Let's move out.
Hi, Joshua. Are you ready to be a MacGuffin? I'm going to go to Stardoor 3. Bring to me the boy with eyes of amber and the princess with an indomitable will. Only then shall the door open. Open door. I shall grant to you a memory fragment and my blessing. Breaking news! The Bell News special issue. The Flying City falls. The Bell is safe once more. Glory to the young bracers who saved us all from crisis. Enigmatic object gone in a flash. The mysterious structure that appeared last month over Valeria Lake disappeared as suddenly as it came, collapsing loudly in a giant mountain of rubble into the lake. Many of our readers may have witnessed the moment for themselves, but it seems that it was visible not only from the Burl, but from the southern edge of the Empire and from Calvert as well. A small minority argued that the structure may have been a new weapon belonging to the Royal Army, but this turn of events seems to conclusively rule out that possibility. The collapse of the Liber Arc also caused a 2-hour high tsunami around the edges of the lake, but so far there have been no reports of serious injuries, fatalities, or missing persons as a result of this. The worst that seems to have been reported is a number of unfortunate fishermen who were unable to escape in time, getting covered in water. What was the Liber Arc? According to an investigation by the Royal Guard and Bracer Guild, it was a flying city from ancient Zemurian times. How exactly it came to be above Valeria Lake to begin with, or what caused it to collapse, remains to be confirmed, but it appears to be without a doubt that the international crime syndicate known as the Society was somehow involved. While this has yet to be officially confirmed, reports suggest that an investigation team in the city encountered a group of Crimson soldiers there supporting the above theory. This place, just one mystery after another. We can't let those guys get away with any more than they already have, said a member of the team. Furthermore, Zeiss Central Factory and the Royal Army are planning to continue investigating the Liber Arc, and to this end will be launching a combined salvage operation. Recovering from the shutdown. Around the time of the Liber Arc's collapse, the orbital shutdown phenomenon that tormented the whole of the country finally ceased. As a result, many now believe that the city caused the phenomenon, but no conclusive proof has been established. and we can only await further research into the issue. Thoughts? The orbital shutdown phenomenon and the chaos that was created as a result have been a sobering reminder of just how dependent all of us are on orbits in our daily lives. Perhaps something similar may never happen again, but this is still a good opportunity to reflect on just how much we owe to orbits, and perhaps to try and reduce our reliance on them. Politics. Crown Princess Claudia's been busy. As previously reported, Her Highness Princess Claudia is now this nation's Crown Princess. As a result, we will be referring to her as such in all publications moving forward. Crown Princess Claudia wasted no time after assuming her position in meeting with Prince Olivert of the Erebonian Empire, and together, they reconfirmed our two nations' relationship with one another. After the discussions, they both boarded the Arsail together. It's widely expected that this meeting will contribute to ensuring peaceful relations with Erebonia in the future. In addition, the pair plan to both be in attendance at the upcoming banquet to be held at Grancel Castle. We will bring you all the latest on that in due time. Closing thoughts. As you all know, our homeland of Laberle has fallen victim to a vast number of calamities over the past year. There was the coup d'etat, the bizarre changes of the tetracyclic towers, coming under the assault of an ancient dragon, our capital being attacked, and finally the Liber Ark's appearance, as already discussed in this very issue. You may need to hire a better proofreader, Niall. What you may not know, however, is that there is a group of young men and women who are involved in the resolution of all of these crises, their steel-like will and unyielding determination leading them to their conclusions. If not for them, these crises may not have been resolved or taken a turn for the worse. I would like to take this opportunity to thank them for all they have done for us. Thank you. You are truly this nation's great hope. Hey, we finally got credit! In a book that nobody's going to read. Ugh. What's taking you so long, Dorothy? Get a move on, or I'm going to leave you behind. Wait for me. No time for waiting. If we take much longer, the banquet's going to start without us. We're talking about a big celebration held by the Queen here. Being late isn't an option. But I'm so hungry. I can't walk another step. I have a horrible feeling I know what's going on here. You skipped lunch so you could eat more at the banquet, didn't you? I didn't even eat breakfast. I haven't eaten a thing since yesterday. Going 30 hours without eating is making me feel all kinds of lightheaded. What the hell were you thinking? I can't move. Carry me. Hell no. Come on, we're going. There's no way we can miss an occasion like this. There's gonna be Adios knows how many famous people there. First on the agenda is snapping a photo of Her Majesty the Crown Princess, and then... Huh? This actually isn't so bad. At one point, this very capital was placed in grave danger. But thanks to the efforts of everyone here and many others, all is well. This humble banquet is intended to be an occasion to celebrate that fact, as well as to honor all those who contributed to making it a reality. If you would, Claudia? Of course. All those invited to today's party contributed in one way or another to protecting the peace of Laberle. Yo, Nathan. By ending the peril we were faced with, whether it was extending a helping hand to those in need, or working to fight off the threats that instilled fear in the hearts of our people. As this country's future monarch, I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to each and every one of you. Thank you all very much. Holding this party is nothing compared to all that you have done, but... We just made it! We're finally here. Food! Someone give me food! The hell are you doing? Eating can wait. You got pictures to take. The Crown Princess's speech might be finishing soon. Okay. Well, I do hope you will all enjoy your time here all the same. I'm sure you're all very busy men and women, burdened by a great many responsibilities and concerns. But today, I would ask that you all cast those aside in order to rest, relax, and enjoy yourselves. The food on offer here is some of the finest in the pearl, so by all means, partake until you can no more. And may the goddess bless this nation. Looney Tunes looking ass. Chloe really is something else, huh? I'm not sure I could dress up super nice and get up in front of a big crowd like this and make a big speech the way she just did. Yeah, she is. She said she wasn't feeling confident before, how she'd do as Crown Princess. But from where I'm standing, she's doing just fine. Seeing her is making me kinda jealous, though. I wish I could pull off fancy dresses the way she does. You got something to say, mister? Oh, it's nothing. You're just not all that girly most of the time, so it always takes me by surprise when you suddenly are. What do you mean I'm not girly? Sure, lately we've been so busy with helping get LaBelle back in shape, so I haven't even had time to go back home. That doesn't mean I don't want to wear a pretty dress or something once in a while, you know. I know. Still, it really is surprising just how much you've grown, even in these past few weeks. I have? Well, it's been pretty tough running up and down the country so much, but you've kept up with ease. And your judgments as a bracer are getting more spot on with every decision you make. Fancy dress or not, I think you're a pretty wonderful person, Estelle. I don't know why, but it's weird hearing you pile on the compliments so much. But what can I say? I'm glad things seem to have finally calmed down a bit on the work front these past few days. The capital might not be entirely the way it was, but it's getting there. I think we can finally afford to take a breather. Yeah. Oh, look! Look at all that food! The chefs in the castle supposedly made the entire spread, too. There's no way I'm missing out on this. I didn't get to enjoy the food back during the birthday festivities, so now's my time to pig out big time. I'm gonna eat until I barf. Stay right there, okay, Joshua? I'm gonna go scope out the goods. Yeah, she might have grown in some areas, but she's still got a ways to go in others. Hey, look! How you doing, Joshua? Estelle not here with you? She just went to get food a second ago, actually. Are you two here for more work than fun? Bingo. There aren't many occasions where this many famous faces are gathered in one place. There was no way we could pass up the chance to come here and score some interviews. Don't think you're getting out of here without answering some questions either. We'll get to you two later. So no going home until you've spoken to us all, alright? Alright. Great. Next up is the Crown Princess. Hop to it, Dorothy! I can't go on. I need something to eat. Let me have something to eat. Not until we're done. Questions to ask, photos to take. Why are you so mean? He's even more fired up today than usual. I wonder how Estelle's doing. So much for scoping out the food. I suppose this is as good a chance as any. I owe a lot to the people here on a personal level, too. Maybe I should go around and thank them while I have the chance. So obviously the events here take place just after second chapter, chronologically. You were able to make it, Richard. Thanks to Brigadier General Bright's generosity, yes. I've received an official pardon from Her Majesty for my actions. Probably for foiling the Society's attack on Gransel, right? That's good news. I'm happy for you. I wish I could say the same. I don't feel as though I deserve to be pardoned at all. Now that the nation is at peace, I feel this is the time I should be facing up to my crimes, not having them swept under the rug. I can't say I don't understand, but still. Please, Joshua, you needn't look so concerned. I have no intention of refusing Her Majesty's kindness, or going against her will. I merely feel a strong desire to settle things within myself. I fully intend on following through. That is all. All right, then. Oh, I wasn't expecting to find you here. Still, thank you very much for your support during the attack on Gransel. It really did help us all. Oh, please. I only did what I did because it was one of His Excellency's bail conditions. Make no mistake, I wouldn't have helped any of you worthless drecks otherwise. You wouldn't think it'd be so hard to accept a thank you.
Oh, Joshua! It's been a long time since I last saw you.
It's good to see you again too, Professor. Although, speaking of last time, I heard there's a plan in motion to pull up the Liber Arc from the lake and investigate it.
You heard right. It'll be carried out in conjunction with the Royal Army. That's not to say it'll be easy, of course. Valeria Lake's fairly deep, so we can't start hauling up bits of the city all willy-nilly. So we're intending on working on making a map of the lake's bottom using sonar first, which is going to take quite some time as it is.
So, when are you coming?
Hold on, I haven't even...
Oh, Joshua.
Hey man, making the rounds?
Something like that, yeah. Anything interesting going on with you?
Sort of. Agate said he was going to come over for dinner in Zeiss a while back. So I was just asking him when he's free.
Alright, so he did. When we were getting off the Arsail, right?
I didn't really mean it, though. I was just one of those things you say in passing, but don't give much thought to. I ain't exactly swimming in free time, you know. Being a bracer's busy work. I'd like to go, sure, but I've got no idea if I'll actually have the time to do it.
But I've been looking forward to you coming ever since.
Okay. Let me think. Maybe the end of the month? That should be okay. I think that Friday's free. Think.
Really? Is that a promise?
Yeah, I guess.
So what kinds of dishes do you like?
Any old set of groceries I can shove down my neck is fine by me.
Nothing special at all?
Well...
I think I'd better leave him alone for now. I wouldn't want to get in the way.
I wish it hadn't collapsed all of a sudden like that to begin with. If I'd just had one more hour, I could have taken a research sample too. Ah well, there's no point in lamenting what you can't do anything about. I'll just have to make do with what I've got.
Don't think there's any particular reason to head up here. Nope. Oh, you needn't worry about us. The Academy suffered no major damage as a result of what happened. It was certainly a shock to the students, but they're all back to their usual cheery selves now. I'd heard the Academy was actually occupied by armed assailants at one point. I was ever so worried when I first heard the news. Oh, Joshua, it's been quite some time since I last saw you. It has. I didn't know you were here, Mayor Klaus. Mayor of each of the Bell cities and towns are invited, I believe. I'm not sure why I was, when I didn't do all that much to contribute to anything, but I decided to attend nonetheless. That's not true at all. I heard the food supplies that were delivered to Bose and Gransel were done so on your orders. That was particularly well received here, and we all know how dire things were at the time. You've got as much right to be here being thanked for your efforts as anyone else. It was? Well, that's certainly a relief to hear. Thank you very much for letting me know, Joshua. Yeah, it's finally all over. It just goes to show that if we endure, the goddess will eventually extend her hand of salvation to us all. That's reassuring to know. Poor Mr. Murdoch. Greetings, Joshua. I'd like to take this chance to thank you again for all your team did to thwart Ouroboros' schemes and return peace to Liberl. The debt of gratitude we owe is beyond measure. Please, you're exaggerating it, sir. We might have been the ones who entered the Liber Arc, but we wouldn't have had a chance of success if we were on our own. It was only because of you, Richard, Kurt, and the others fighting on the ground that we were able to succeed. We could certainly say the same of you, although it is true that none of us could have brought peace alone. Still, I've been wanting a chance to thank you personally for all you did. The faith we had in you to see your work through to the end was just what we needed to fight. No, it's you. I've heard you've been lending a hand with the restoration efforts, in addition to all you did with the Liber Arc. You have my thanks. You're quite welcome, sir. I wasn't expecting him to thank me. I wonder if something happened. Ah, Joshua. I'm surprised to see you here, Dad. I thought you said over the phone you wouldn't be able to attend because you were so swamped. Oh, swamped is an understatement. Transporting goods needed to get the country back in order, making sure every area has all the utilities it needs. I'm drowning in work. It's going to take a while longer before we can say Liberl is back to normal too, I fear. Come to think of it, Estelle and I certainly didn't expect to find soldiers even in the Burl's smaller villages. It threw us off to see as much while we were helping out where we could. Doesn't come as a surprise if you're the one responsible, though. It should go a long way toward helping people feel at ease. It's times like these when we've got to do all we can for one another, and the army's no different. With Ereboni and Calvert and internal political situations a mystery to us, the reorganization of the army has had to be shelved for now too. Still, no matter how busy a man is, everyone needs to kick back in a while. So, make sure you make the most of tonight, Joshua. I think you need to kick back more than I do, Dad. Estelle's been pretty worried about you, you know. There's no need to worry about me. I'm hanging in there. In fact, I'd say I'm taking it too easy. Don't you worry about me. In fact, I'm taking it easy while passing along the tough jobs to you guys. You two look comfortable. Oh, if it isn't Joshua. Care to join us for a few drinks? Don't be shy now. The night is only just beginning. But I want to see those exquisite amber eyes of yours swim before it comes to a close. I'm good, thanks. Aw, come on. We're at a celebratory banquet here. Don't be such a spoil sport.
Oh, I know. Why don't we have a few drinks to celebrate you becoming a senior bracer at the same time? It feels like it was ages ago, but we never did get to celebrate your promotion. Only Estelle's.
Say, Shara. About Luciola.
Really, Joshua, what are you getting all worried about her for? You really needn't be.
Shara's right. Especially not now. We all have our concerns and worries after all that happened over the past few weeks and months. But this is not the time to be thinking about them. This is the time to be making merry and drowning in fine drink. From sunset to sunrise. Right.
I don't think there's ever a time for not making merry as far as you're concerned. He's got a point, though. Oh, and while I've got the chance to say this to you, no more going off on your own, you hear? You have no idea how worried Estelle was about you after you'd last disappeared. I could barely bring myself to watch her.
I won't. I've got no intention of doing anything like that again. I'm fine now.
Well, if you say so.
That docile expression of yours is so adorable, Joshua. Don't go showing off that face too much tonight, alright? Olivier, is it okay if you're here in LeBeau? I would have thought you'd be needed back in the Empire.
Well, I will go back. Eventually.
For now, however, I intend to savor the lingering feelings of this whirlwind of a ride. Blech. Remaining behind afforded me the chance to attend this wonderful party to boot. As you can see, my fine instincts have yet to fail me.
Feels like no amount of alcohol's enough to get drunk lately. I don't know what's up with me. On the positive side, though, maybe now I can actually beat Ian in a drinking contest.
Trust her to find a positive in that. Kevin? I wasn't expecting you to still be in the burrow.
Oh, sup? You're invited too, huh? Makes sense. So, having fun? You better be. Take it from me. If you don't make the most of times like these and eat your heart out, you're gonna regret it later.
Thank you very much for all you did for me, Kevin. If you hadn't come to LeBeau when you did,
don't sweat it. Not like I did anything special. Glad to see all the side effects look about gone, too. You're looking spiffy these days, Joshua. So yeah, just forget about owing me or whatever. It's all in the past now.
I'm not sure I should ask this, but are you...
Joshua? I'm not going to be in LeBeau for much longer, so this might be the last time we meet for a while. But I hope we'll get the chance to see each other again one day.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Damn, this sirloin steak's like a little piece of heaven in my mouth. I sure wish I could take a lifetime supply of it back home with me. It's nice to be able to attend a banquet like this. It truly drives home the point that this nation is back at peace again. The trouble regarding the Liber Arc and subsequent restoration efforts have really shown me anew how capable a ruler Queen Alicia is. She's handled all that's happened impeccably. If all of this had happened in the Republic, it wouldn't have been resolved anywhere near as smoothly, let me tell you.
How's it going, Joshua? Hello, Sin. Thanks again for all the help you've been giving with the restoration efforts. I don't know what we'd have done without you.
Ha ha! Hey, think nothing of it. It's all part of being a bracer, really. Can't say how much longer I'll be able to lend a helping hand, though. Gotta pack up and head back home at some point. The political situation isn't exactly stable over there, you see. Hey, Joshua.
I didn't expect to see you guys here. You were invited then. Sure was. An invitation just showed up out of nowhere. You can imagine our surprise when we saw the thing. No way we were turning down some high-class grub, though, so we hurried on over.
That's very like you.
Not gonna deny it. That aside, thanks to Her Majesty pardoning us, we're now free to walk around in the open. Feels like we should start thinking about how to make good, an honest living for ourselves.
It's not the first time you said that. Something about wanting to start up a courier service, right?
Well, maybe. But that's not the only thing we could try out. Whatever we settle on, it should involve flying the skies. That's how we've lived so far, and I don't want it to change now. I swear, it's like watching two children squabble. It's great that we're peaceful again and all, but I think these two are taking it a little too easy.
After all the work we've been doing lately, it's great to be able to come to a swanky place like this and put our feet up. Food's pretty good, too.
Wow, I didn't know Josette was from the nobility. I always pictured Erebonian nobles as being real stuffy and scary. But maybe there are a few cute ones mixed in there.
Greetings, Joshua. You've done some fine work these past couple weeks. The damage reports on the regions of Liberl you've been providing have been invaluable in allocating personnel. I really can't thank you enough.
No, you needn't thank me. By the way, Kurt, I feel like I need to say something regarding my bracer badge. As you probably already know, what power I have was given to me by the Society. Before becoming a bracer, I used it to commit many unforgivable crimes, too. No matter how much I think about it, I just can't see how someone like me is fit to call himself a bracer.
You know, Joshua,
I've always seen power as an imperfect concept. And that's why I believe people are able to use it. Am I wrong? No, I suppose not. Then what difference is there between us? We are both keenly aware of our flaws, and yet we both use what limited power we have to do what we believe to be right. I see no difference. Well, I can't really argue with that logic. I still can't pretend to be completely confident in myself, though.
Be that as it may, there's nothing to be ashamed of. You should simply continue striving to overcome it. And while this is but my personal opinion, I'd say you're a model bracer.
It's good to see you again, Elnon. I heard you're here as the Bracer Guild's representative today. Is that true?
Indeed. All of the other receptionists are busy, you see. I was the only one able to attend.
That's too bad. Isn't it, though? This would have been a fine time for us to exchange information.
But oh well, there's always tomorrow, as they say.
Ah, if it isn't Joshua. I was just discussing the aftermath of the crisis here with Major Vander.
Fortunately, the Liber Ark's collapse caused little direct damage by itself.
That might not have been the case if there had been any ships in the lake at that time, but due in part to the orbital shutdown phenomenon, none were. The tsunami afterward was quite small too. I'd say we were rather fortunate.
Estelle and I were able to see as much when we traveled around the lakeshore. A few people who were watching the city collapse were caught up in it, and a small number of fishermen were splashed with water. But that was about it.
Indeed. If anything, the much greater problem was the confusion that came about as a result of losing orbital power. Liberl is, after all, one of the most advanced nations on the continent when it comes to orbital technology.
Ordinarily, that is one of our greatest strengths. But in this case, it worked against us. The crisis is now past, but that doesn't mean our work is done. We still have plenty ahead of us to take care of.
That's correct. This is Joshua. I was just telling the ambassador here about your various accomplishments, Joshua. It is an honor to finally meet you. I'm resident Ereboni ambassador here in Liberl, Davil Krynig.
It's nice to meet you.
The tale of how you flew atop that flying city, all while knowing it may be the last thing you did, brought tears to my eyes. How you were able to participate in an operation that may have brought your death, casting aside even your girlfriend's objections, I don't know. But I know this. The world needs more young men and women like you. Thank you for saying so, sir. Just what has the Duke been telling him?
Good evening to you. Thank you so much for taking the time to attend tonight's banquet.
Oh, not at all. How are you feeling after having some time to recover, Philip?
I'm feeling quite well. You're too kind. I do believe I may have overexerted myself. That's how things are once you've reached a certain age. I find myself wondering whether I would have been able to do more if I were 30 years younger, but I suppose there's little point in doing so.
I wonder what he looked like 30 years ago. Nope, sorry, Philip. I just can't picture it.
Ha! I figured that'd be the case. Looks like I'm the most fit to be at this party after all. Because I've been in plenty high society gatherings wearing poofy dresses. Hey, don't make it sound like I've never worn a dress before. Because I have, for your information. I just don't need to go around trying to convince everyone that I'm not a boy, unlike some people I could name. Try saying I look like a boy again and see what happens.
Look, Yuta, I appreciate that you have your differences. But we're kind of in a really public, really high-class space here. So could you, take this fight somewhere else?
Shut up, Joshua!
Wow, sorry.
Damn right I can. You're on. Just don't cry when you realize you can't actually beat me, though. Okay then, have it your way. How about you and me settle this with an honorable duel? Think you can handle it? Think you can read the dialogue in the right order, you fucking idiot? Anyway. Miss Maid, I need some food. Why, hello, Joshua. Tonight's party is hosted by Her Majesty in all her grace. So I do hope you'll enjoy yourself.
And when you've finished up everything you want to do during these events?
If you would, Your Highness, a comment in celebration of that fact. The crisis has passed now. Just nothing too formal, alright? I prefer something that brings out your bright and cheery nature.
Good evening, Your Majesty. Thank you very much for inviting me today.
Oh, not at all. I am pleased to see you've come. I've been eagerly awaiting the day we could meet again. I hear you and Estelle have been traveling and helping with restoration efforts.
That's correct. We both wanted to see how things were across the kingdom with our own eyes. I'm glad we did too, because now I can finally breathe a sigh of relief. People really are strong.
That they are. I have been queen for over 40 years, and the strength of LaBelle citizens continues to amaze me to this day. There are plenty who like to credit either my abilities as a ruler or orbital technology for this tiny nation's good fortune. But we would be nothing without its people. I wasn't the one who allowed us to overcome the recent crisis or the war 10 years ago, and neither was orbital technology. No, I believe it was the will of its people to live. That's what I believe supports our country both then and now.
People's will to live.
Indeed. You were gracious enough to call this country your second home, Joshua. From now on, your will to live will be another great support for this nation. As its queen, that makes me happier than you can imagine.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Your words mean a lot to me.
Scream! Scream!
Well, Sieg. It's good to see you. After all he did, I'd say he deserves a good party as much as any human.
What? You'd like me to give a comment? Well, let's see.
It looks like she's being interviewed at the moment. I should leave her be for now.
I'm gonna shuffle back upstairs.
Okay, I think that's about everyone now. There were a few people I didn't get to talk to, though, so hopefully I can make another round of the party later once they're free.
Oh, here we go. Come on, Dorothy. We're talking to the military guys next. Get a move on, woman. We haven't got all day. Niall, I don't feel too good. My stomach feels like a giant bottle of water.
That's what happens when you drink way too much in a short period of time, you idiot. But never mind that. We got work to do.
Okay. Joshua?
Hey, Chloe. Finally got a bit of a break? It must be exhausting having to do one interview after another.
Well, I suppose it is a little. Not too bad, though. I've had to do a lot more of them since I've becoming Crown Princess, so I'm starting to get used to them.
I can believe it. It feels like I've been seeing your face in all kinds of papers and magazines lately. I think anyone would learn to adjust after a while.
Well, you know.
It probably won't be too long before it starts to die down, so just hang in there. All you can really do is grin and bear it until then, unfortunately.
Yes, I know. That's exactly what I intend to do, too. I swore to myself that I would do all I could to help and protect this country's people. Accepting a few interviews here and there is the easy part.
Well, if you say so. You really are strong.
I'm not so sure about that. I still feel as if I'm doubting myself a lot of the time. Like I just have to keep going out of my comfort zone, feeling reckless with every push.
Maybe so. Still, doesn't change the fact that you're strong. Not to me, anyway. I remember the strength you showed trying to protect Clem when we first met, too.
Thank you. I nearly forgot about that. Maybe now would be the best time after all?
Something on your mind, Chloe?
Could I have a little of your time, Joshua? I've got something I want to say to you.
Sure. Okay.
This way, then.
Is it just me, or does she seem kind of bothered by something? Where's Estelle right now, anyway?
I got stomachs to spare!
Oh, she's picking up her pace. This could get interesting.
Whose side are you on, anyway?
I guess I can just leave her as she is for now. She seems pretty, occupied. I should go and see what Chloe wants, then. Have I done something to make her angry, though? It doesn't feel like I have. So, Chloe, what was it that you wanted to tell me? Look, if I've done something to offend you, I'm sorry, alright?
I love you, Joshua.
What? Well... I'm sorry. I'm happy you feel that way, but...
Don't worry. I knew exactly how you were going to respond before I said anything. I just felt like I had to get that out before I could really start moving on. The sky sure is beautiful tonight, isn't it?
How long have you, well, felt that way?
Say, Joshua, if you had met me before Estelle, do you think you would have, well...
No. I'm pretty sure that never would have happened. Sorry.
I told you, don't worry. I can't deny there's a part of me that wants to keep you all to myself. But even if that were possible, I don't think it would be truly what I wanted. Because when it comes down to it, I really love both you and Estelle. That's partly why I wanted to see that troubled face of yours one last time. It was worth the effort to bring it out, too. That was probably the best expression I've seen to date.
You can be kind of a bully sometimes. You know that?
Maybe. This feels like the most fun I've had in some time. So, what's on your mind, Joshua?
What?
I can easily tell you're worried about something. My instincts are quite sharp, or so I'd like to believe. Besides, I was watching you the whole time I was handling that interview earlier.
Oh. How exactly am I supposed to take that?
Still, you're hiding something, aren't you? Are you planning on doing something all on your own again?
Your instincts are sharp, all right. Estelle surprises me from time to time, too, but you're definitely up there.
Well, that's just how us girls are. So, come on, tell me what's troubling you.
It's nothing that major, really. I intend to leave the borough by the end of the month.
But why? The country's finally at peace now.
That's exactly why I think this is the right time. Ouroboros seems to have completely withdrawn from the country, and the restoration efforts are coming along smoothly. So maybe it's time for me to leave on a journey of my own. It's taken me a long time to get this far, but I've finally been able to start thinking of myself as a person, not some kind of broken doll. I was finally able to achieve everything everyone wanted for me. It's been both a good thing and a bad thing. Good in that I finally feel human. Bad in the way that my heart's been aching in a way it never did before. Broken dolls can easily look away from all the terrible things they've done. But I can't do that anymore.
Oh.
That's why I need to go on this journey around the continent. So I can work towards atoning for all that I've done. So I can start embracing the person I now am, in the truest sense of the word.
I see. But if you do that, that means you won't be able to see Estelle for a while.
Yeah, I know. It might not even be for a while. It could be a long time. I'm still not even sure how to break that to her, either. That's part's on my mind right now.
You've still got a lot of growing up to do, young man.
Huh?
If you ask me, you should just tell her in the way that comes most naturally to you. You don't have to write some big speech in your head in advance. Speak to her from your heart. You believe in her, don't you? No matter how you phrase it, she'll understand. All you have to do is get those words out there. You owe that much to her if you love her. You know that, right?
Yeah, I do. I really am hopeless, aren't I? You shouldn't have to tell me something that obvious.
You wouldn't be you if I didn't have to tell you. Plus, that kind of thing's part of why I love you too.
Please, stop teasing me.
Just remember, it'll be okay if anyone knows you. It's Estelle. Although if you ask me, she'll... Joshua! Where are you? Oh, there you are. Look at these. They're Josette's goggles. I took them from her as spoils of war. I'm glad you were having fun, Estelle.
Make sure you give those back to Josette later, okay?
Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Tune in next week's issue to find out. Wait, hold on. Chloe? I suppose it's about time I return to the banquet now. You can have Joshua back now, Estelle. Sure?
Hey, Chloe. So, I'm not sure how to best put this either, but... Thanks. I'm glad I was able to talk with you like this. Really, I am.
Oh. You're very welcome. Well then, I wish you both a very pleasant night. The heck? So, Joshua, what did you two, talk about?
Oh, nothing much. She just gave me a bit of, much-needed motivation.
Oh, really? That sure clears things up.
It's been 5 years, and Estelle has believed in me for every single one. And I believe in her too.
No it doesn't! What motivation?
Estelle, I've got something I need to tell you.
I'm all ears. What's up?
Well, you see.
Oh. Wow, fireworks. They're so pretty. There's so many of them, too.
You see, Estelle.
And that side story concludes the gap between second chapter and Sky the Third. That short section is the space between when the Liber arc crashes and when Joshua takes Estelle to go and visit Chiron's grave and drop off Luwe's sword at the end of second chapter's ending scenes. And then, obviously, somewhere in between that, the stuff with Kevin happens. And, actually, another thing that I wanted to touch on is there is a manga that details the events that happen between Sky's second chapter and the first Crossbell game for Estelle and Joshua, where they go to Olivier's hometown in Erebonia and do some stuff over there. And that's where they are assumed to be coming from when they get pulled into Phantasma during Sky the Third. So their timeline is Sky first chapter, Sky second chapter, then they go into the southern regions of Erebonia. Then they get pulled into Phantasma when they're on their way to Crossbell. It's a neat little continuity thing that might not be 100% obvious and able or easy to piece together.
Anyway, there is something I want to end the stream on. On this train of Estelle and Joshua fanboying. Bring to me the girl who shines like the sun, and may the boy who cherishes that light be at her side. Only then shall the door open. Can save up. I shall grant to you a memory fragment and my blessing. The first week. Well, hello there. There's no need to be so afraid. I am but a humble magician. I will heal your broken heart for you. Provided, of course, I am compensated. Joshua, are you okay? Oh, your temperature's gone up again. Stay still. Where's a towel? Where's a towel? Wait a sec, okay? I'll be right back with some water. Karen, all I could hear in my head during those days were the same words repeating endlessly like a broken record. Yet somehow, I had no idea who was saying them. All I knew was that I can't find him anywhere. He's supposed to be hurt and resting, not out wandering around. Joshua! Where the heck are you? Joshua! Oh, there you are! What are you doing out here? You've got to start taking it easy! Why? I'm fine. Are you sure? Is your fever gone? It was just a temporary one as a result of my injuries. My temperature went back down this morning. I'm fine now. Really? Yay. That's good. You were moaning over and over in your sleep. I was worried about you. Did I say anything? Huh? Forget I asked. So, if you're feeling better, do you want to play together? It must have been pretty boring to sleep all the time. I know it's boring for me when I'm stuck in bed with a fever. I hate not having anything to do. Oh, but you probably shouldn't be running around with your foot all messed up. I guess tag and kick then won't work. If you want to play by yourself. Just stay away from me. Because it's probably gonna get dangerous here soon. It is? I'm grateful to you for taking care of me. Pass that on to Cassius Bright, too. No gloomy faces allowed! Huh? When you're feeling down, the best thing to do is do something you enjoy. That'll pick you right up. Wait here, okay? I'll bring you stuff you really like. Pinky swear. Still don't seem to be any signs that anyone's gonna come after me. But it's bound to happen eventually. I've got 2 or 3 days at most before they find this place. 2 or 3 days. Joshua! Here you go. A present from me. So cheer up, okay? Estelle proudly presented Joshua with a couple of roly-polies. What is she doing? Aren't they cute? They curl up if you poke them. I'm fine, thanks. What? How come? They're so cute. Because I don't. Also, stop coming over here. Stay away from me. So you want another kind of bug, huh? That wasn't what I was trying to say. Hold on. I know lots of bugs. How about this? It's a dragonfly. I don't want one of those either. Okay, but how about this? You've got to like these. Behold, a Malgan monitor lizard. What? You're one tough cookie. Look, this isn't about what I like. I don't want any kind of bug or lizard or anything you have to offer me. This one's my favorite too. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Feeling more and more like there's something I'm missing here. Sit down for a minute, Joshua. I've got a serious question to ask. I'm already sitting. What kind of bugs do you like? Big ones, pretty ones? Ones with lots of legs, ones with long feelers? Ones with shells, wings, webbed feet? I don't want any bugs at all. What? I'm gonna have to pull out all the stops. I need something so surprising you'll change your mind. Don't move a muscle. I'll find something, I will. She sure likes bugs, doesn't she? Aw, he ran away. He had a real funny face, too. No, I can't let this get me down. Not with how sad Joshua looks now. He's in so much pain and he can't move around or do anything fun either. Which means I gotta find him the ultimate bug to cheer him up. Oh, it's back! You get back here! It's so quiet here. Even after all I've been through, this is the first time I've been in a situation like this. Joshua! Hiya! Look at this one's face! How many times do I have to tell you I don't want any bugs before it gets through? Are you even listening? Look, though! I hereby name this the human moth, because the pattern on its wings look like a human face. What the heck? I knew this would surprise you. Except it didn't. I knew my efforts would pay off big time. Next time, I'm going to bring back something even more awesome. Whee! She's so obnoxious. Ah! Oh, great. She's back. Joshua! Geronimo! Hey! was that for? What was what for? I'm gonna splash you. The water feels so nice. Oh, I know. Wanna go fishing? Playing in the water's fun, but real fishing's even more fun. Let's go catch today's lunch. Come on, Joshua. We're getting out. You'll catch a cold if you stay in those wet clothes too long. Yay! Caught a big one! This one's for you, Joshua. You don't need to catch anything for me. No, I'm gonna catch one for me! If I don't catch anything, I have to go without lunch, and that would suck. She doesn't listen to a word anyone says to her, does she? Oh, I got a bite! Ha! Oh, it's a dace. It's tiny. Daddy's getting this one. He probably just spent the day messing around instead of working anyway. He doesn't deserve a cool fish. What? Okay, next one I catch is definitely mine. Hi-ho! She doesn't know anything about Cassius Bright. So he tells his daughter nothing about what he does. It fits his profile, I suppose. Aw, it got away. The next one's not gonna be so lucky, though. A tug! Okay, maybe not. No, it's nothing. Was it always so bright? The greenery's hurting my eyes. Gotcha! This one's gonna be huge! Come to me, lunchy fishy. What the heck? It's a baby! The second week. Do you think she's okay? She didn't come over to the shop yesterday either. I still think you're worried about nothing. Estelle's okay. She always does whatever she wants, when she wants. She used to come over to play every day. Estelle, it's Elisa! Estelle, come outside! You don't think she's been abducted, do you? I think I'd buy she got attacked by monsters in the woods and ended up experiencing a slow, drawn-out death more than that. Then that sounds like the way she'd go. That's so gross. That's what she gets for going into the woods all the time to play. Oh no, poor Estelle. You do know I'm joking, right? Come on out, Estelle. Elisa's gonna cry if you don't. If you're looking for Estelle, she's out at the moment. You're a boy! Huh? Who are you? Yeah. Joshua! I caught something amazing! Huh? What are you doing here? Estelle! Where have you been all this time? I was so worried about you. Who's this boy anyway? Someone you know? We've been trying to talk to him for ages now, but he won't tell us anything. Keeps telling us everything we ask is none of our business. Estelle, are these your friends? Yeah, they are. Seems they're not lying about that part then. They don't seem to have undergone any kind of training either, and their guard is virtually non-existent. I figure it's about time they found me, but it doesn't look like these two have anything to do with them. He's barely talked ever since we got here. I've never seen him around Roland before. How do you even know him? Oh, 'cause Daddy gave him to me as a present. He's my new little brother. He is? Wow, I sure wouldn't have guessed that. Neither would I, because it doesn't make sense. That's not how getting a little brother works. But it's true, right, Joshua? No, it isn't. Hey, wait a minute. Listen, young man. Listen to what your older sister tells you. As if someone like you could be my older sister. Huh? Why? I'm not here to be friends with you. The only reason I'm here at all is that things just worked out that way. That was what Cassius Bright said, wasn't it? Oh, and one more thing. Can you stop bringing me bugs? I don't know what your obsession with them is, but being too much of a meddler is just gonna end with you getting hurt. Yeah! Ow! Take that and that! Ow! Ow! In this house, I'm the older one. That means you have to listen to what I say. Ow! Okay. Okay, Joshua. Go on, answer. No. Excuse me. Well, those two sure get along well. So it seems. You two can shut up any time. Got you! I win. From today until forever, I'm your big sister. No backsies allowed.
We operate on the Alabama cannon now. Uh-oh.
I swear, why does she do this every single night? I wish she'd mind her own business. Joshua? Determined to sleep outside again, hmm? Not a fan of sleeping in the same room as Estelle, I take it? She's way too much of a meddler. She's also completely clueless. She's got no idea how much danger she's willingly exposing herself to. Why don't you tell her, Cassius Bright? She has a right to know. Why do you stand by and say nothing? The room next to Estelle's room has been used as storage for a while now, but it could still be converted into a bedroom if need be. It might actually be perfect for you. Haven't been in there in a while, but I think there might even already be a bed in there. I'm fine as I am. I don't need a room. I'll give you that Estelle loves to poke her nose into anything and everything that catches her interest, and I can see how from your perspective that makes her look like a simple-minded, clueless child. But that's where you're mistaken. It's not her who's clueless, it's you. Estelle knows exactly what she wants out of life, and what she has to do to get it. Those things are part of what makes her who she is. Although I can't deny that I was hoping to raise her to be a little more of, well, ordinary girl than she's grown up to be. Still, compare that to you, Joshua. You don't have a clue what you want anymore. You don't know what you should be doing. Which of you is really in the right here? Just so we're clear, whatever you decide to do, I have no intention of indulging you. I'm not going to tell you to leave, but I'm not going to tell you to stay either. What you want to do, where you want to go, who you want to become. Those are all things for you to decide and you alone. No one can make that decision for you. And no one knows what kind of decision you will make. Only you. Just what do I want? Several weeks later. Several peaceful weeks passed. Joshua's injuries continued to heal, and it wasn't long before he was able to walk with ease again. He still was jumping for joy at this fact, using it as an excuse to drag him out to play with her at every possible opportunity. For him, however, it meant more than deciding what game to play next. He had to decide what course of action he was to take. The time for him to make his choice was drawing near. South Puzzle Farm. Puzzle? That's a shorthead girl's last name, right? Uh-huh. This is where Tio lives. Guess what, though? Her mom had twins! As if I needed to guess anything. You wouldn't shut up about it when you first heard the news. You've also been to see them over and over as it is. Are they still exciting enough to want to keep visiting? Oh, we're not here to visit them today. We're here to help at the farm. Right now, it's harvesting time. But Miss Hannah's kind of stuck with the babies, so they need some help. And when Elisa told me about it, I wanted that help to be me. Well, it's nice of you to offer. But why do I have to come too? Because I said so. No complaining. Let's go. This is part of your re-hillbilly process. I told you, it's rehabilitation. Estelle! Oh, Joshua came too? I bet you dragged him along by force, didn't you? Hey! We've come to help! Well, well, music to my ears. Thanks much for coming over. You did an awful lot for us while Hannah was pregnant as it was. Aw, that was nothing. Piece of cake for me. You're a force to be reckoned with, Estelle. Oh, but who is... He's Estelle's new little brother. You know about him, I told you before. His name's Joshua. Oh, that does ring a bell. One who had a big fight with her at some point? Miss Purcell! Hello, Miss Purcell. Why, hello to you too. I'm so sorry to make you two help out again. You've been helping me so much as it is. If I could get right back to work, I would, but... Easy now. You need to rest for a while longer before we can start thinking about that. Why? I was back to work in no time after Tio was born. I just put her on my back and got right to work again. Really? How am I supposed to know? I was a baby. Sticking twins on my back is probably pushing it, though. Oh? Who's our blackhead friend? That's Joshua. Tio told us about him a while ago. Right, Estelle's younger brother. I remember now. Why isn't he adorable? Have you come to help us too? Sorry if it's not much fun. Wait, is that a bandage I see? Uh-oh, you're right. I didn't even notice it until you pointed it out. My injuries are more or less healed. They won't have any effect on my ability to work. More or less healed means they're still healing. We can't ask an injured boy to do all our work for us. You need to sit and rest. Honey, I have the perfect idea. Okay, let me explain the harvesting process. Estelle, Elisa, Tio, you can handle the fields in this area here. Try and start from the fields on the north side. It'll probably be more efficient to split up too. Franz and I will take care of the vegetables in the greenhouses. And as for Joshua, I'll leave taking care of the babies to you. The boy is Will, and the girl is Cher. Understood. Well, let's get to work.
If you run into any problems or there's something you don't understand, don't be afraid to ask.
Okay. The past few weeks, there's been no sign at all that anyone's coming after me. Why not? They must have worked out where I am by now. So am I supposed to take this to mean that they're not interested in me anymore? So they just stole my memories and cast me aside? But still, I still feel like I've lost something really important to me. What is it? Just what have I... Joshua! What have I... Joshua! What? Are you listening, Joshua? Estelle? Check this out. Estelle held out a large carrot. Isn't it cool? I harvested this myself. And this eggplant, too. Look, it's so shiny. What? You do know you scraped your knee, right? Huh? One day you'll learn to think before you leap, or at least learn to take care of yourself after. Come on, let me take a look at it. Okay. Joshua took out some disinfectant. Ow! That stings! Just endure it. It'll be over soon. I swear, she attracts scratches and scrapes like a magnet. It's a wonder she hasn't caught tetanus or something. Joshua? You really do love causing people trouble. I never asked you to do anything for me. That just makes you cause people even more trouble. You don't do anything about your injuries or even notice them, and it just makes more work for others. You're a danger to yourself no matter how you look at it. Anyway, Joshua, why do you... Oh, she cut the back of her hand, too. Tell me where you're gonna put that stuff before doing it. Joshua finished treating Estelle's wounds. There, I'm done. Try and take a bit more care in future, unless you want a lot more of that stuff being a... Oh no! What can we do? You don't need to do anything. Looking after them is my job. You go back to your own work. But... Wow, they stopped. You sure you're not their mom? I'm not even gonna dignify that with an answer. Just go back to work. You're never gonna finish if you're not doing anything. Oh, okay. Thanks, Joshua. Thanks, huh? Whoa. He's so cool. I didn't know he could do that. A handsome boy playing the harmonica beautifully with the sun setting in the background. There's a picture if I ever saw one. Did you know he could play, Estelle? He's supposed to be my brother, and he never told me at all. He's gonna get a huge lecture later. Oh, Estelle. What are you getting so mad for? Well, hello there. There's no need to be so afraid. I am but a humble magician. I will heal your broken heart for you. Provided, of course, I am compensated. I finally understand. I finally know what I lost. Everything that was important to me. My happy memories. All that made me myself. That was the compensation I gave. All that remains now is a doll. A twisted, broken fragment of who I was. Someone who exists only to destroy what others love. I need to leave. If I stay any longer, I'll end up destroying the happiness of everyone around me. I need to keep the things that I care about as far away from me as possible, not close by. I need them to be far, far out of my reach. And I need to do it now, before the darkness within me contaminates this place forever. I need to leave, before my very existence causes her irreparable harm.
The next day...
I can't believe him! Not even a jumbo mantis or double seahorse were enough to get a reaction. He must have really fancy tastes. Okay, today will be the day I impress him. Oh yes! No one can resist the power of the bug legends. Well, hello there, Estelle. What are you doing standing out here? Are you off to do some bug catching? I sure am, but today's not going to be any bug catching day. Oh, do tell. Today I'm going to make a special syrup that attracts bugs. And with it, I'll be able to catch a super amazing one. Really? That's interesting. But seriously, sweetie, you're 11 now, and a girl. I think you should be starting to dress a bit more like one at your age. But these are comfier and way easier to move around in. Anyway, bye! Estelle? Some things never change. Okay, first I need to collect all the ingredients I need to make my super duper syrup. Elisa should be able to give me some dragon beans, so that's easy. Then there's the fresh milk and fresh eggs. Tia will give me some if I ask nicely, maybe. Actually, it might be more fun to go check and shop for new sneakers right now. Renan!
Hey, Estelle. Take it you're here to look at sneakers.
You bet. Are there any new ones in?
We sure do. Have nothing new at all. Sorry, kiddo. My next delivery's due the 16th, if my schedule's any indication.
The 16th? That's only a week away. One more week. Just one more week.
Estelle?
Oh, hi. You came just at the right time. I've just found some new clothes that I think would look so cute on you. Today will be the day you finally get to realize your potential as a girl with some nice clothes. But I can't wear them now. I'm going bug catching. I'll just get dirty. Wait, I'm going bug catching. I almost forgot because I was thinking about sneakers. Back to getting ingredients. Time to go see Elisa. Full speed ahead.
As if that little bundle of energy didn't already have enough to power an airship. Now she's got more than ever. I wonder what's gotten her so fired up.
Elisa! Oh, Estelle. I still can't get over how cool Joshua was yesterday. I want to hear him play the harmonica again. You'll be lucky to get that out of him. He won't even talk now. He hasn't said a word since we heard him playing. What? For real? Yeah. Maybe it was my fault for taking his harmonica without permission and trying to play it too. Oh, you silly thing. Listen, Estelle. Joshua doesn't seem to want to talk about it. But it feels to me like he's had some kind of painful experience that's bothering him. So... Oh, I know. You do? He's got something serious on his mind. I can tell. Sometimes I look at him and he looks like he's really in pain about something. But I don't think I'll be able to help him with whatever it is, even if I knew. So, that's why I just want to try and cheer him up in my own way for now. Oh, that's really sweet of you. Anyway, give me some dragon beans. What, like the coffee beans? And you're gonna use those for... That's a secret. You're so weird, Estelle. Well, okay, hold on a sec, I'll go get some. Here you go. Thanks. Now I gotta go to Tio's house. I need to get some fresh milk and eggs from her. What the heck are you planning, Estelle? I'll show you later. You might pass out from surprise, though. You know what? I think I'm okay with not knowing. Anyway, see you later. Now I wish she told me. Tio! Hey, Estelle, what's up? Wait, forget it. I know you just from how you're dressed. Today's bug catching is special, though. But first, I need some fresh milk and eggs. What in heaven's name do you need those for? Don't tell me you've suddenly developed an interest in cooking or something. Well... Bug of Legends? Yep, I'm trying to give Joshua the surprise of his life. I'm still not sure I'm following all of this. Let me try again. I guess you're trying to make some kind of aromatic capable of attracting that bug? Probably. Just whatever you do, promise not to get any of it on me, alright? I won't. I don't know if I believe you. Well, here's what you wanted. Oh, one more thing before you go, Estelle. If you really see him as your little brother, you should start gradually opening up to him about the past. Try getting him to do the same with you, too. Maybe try talking to him about your mom? Yeah, I can do that. Doesn't feel like the kind of thing you need to sit and have a big serious discussion about, though. We're always going to be together, so I think he'll get it eventually. Because we're family now. Well, I tried. That's a very you way to look at it. But I mean that in a good way. Thanks, Tio. Okay, I've got everything I need now. All I gotta do is head to the Mist World and catch me the Bug of Legends. You just wait, Joshua. I'm gonna blow your socks off. But wait a second. She's not gonna go there all by herself, is she? And what is this Bug of Legends thing, anyway? Maybe I'll stop for a little bit. Oh? If it isn't young Estelle, what are you doing here? Oh, hi, Mr. Mayor. Are you thinking of playing in the clock tower? The repairs on it were finally finished last month. Yeah, I know. The artisans of the town all put their heads together to try and make it as close to the original as possible. They tried to use as many of the original materials as they could too. So, what do you think? It looks almost exactly like it did, doesn't it? I guess. I don't really remember it that well, though. You know, looking at this clock tower fills me with a magical energy. It makes me feel like everyone in Roland, no, like everyone I've ever met, is supporting this town and wishing it well. It does? That's why this spot is really important to me. Oh. I gotcha. Just you wait, Joshua. I'm gonna go catch me the Bug of Legends. Pardon? Estelle. Full speed ahead. Whatever was that about? I can smell the scent of my prey. Somewhere around here should be good. I'm going with this one. It's just screaming, pick me! La la la, and done. Today's the day Joshua loves bugs. I mean, this bug is legendary. He's gonna be in for the shock of his life. Thank you for everything. It sounded like Estelle. Did something happen to her? No, it might not have. It's Estelle. She probably just tripped. But... no, whatever may or may not have happened to her, it's got nothing to do with me anymore. She's got nothing to do with me anymore. Damn it! This is mine! You can't have it! Go away! Shoo! Shoo! Don't come any closer! Are you listening to me? What? Get behind me. This is about as much as I can do with my current stamina. They ran away. Joshua? What is wrong with you? Huh? What are you even doing this far in a place this dangerous? Did you even stop to think what might happen? You're a child. Don't put yourself in unnecessary danger. Why do you never stop to think before diving headfirst into anything? For once in your life, try and look before you leap. Otherwise... Joshua? You came at just the right time. That's not funny. If I hadn't... Look at this! Look, I finally caught one! This is it! This is the Bug of Legends! What? It's huge. Isn't it cool? Joshua? If something bad happened to you in the past, but you don't want to talk about it, then I'm not going to force you to. I'll just wait until you feel ready to talk about it with me. Till then, I'll be right here by your side waiting. The other thing I'll do is give you this bug, so cheer up, okay? You're telling me that bug's somehow legendary? Because I don't see what's so impressive about it. What? But it's huge! This is the most awesome bug in the entire world! Nope. Not in the slightest. You just wait. I'll find a bug that'll amaze you, even if I have to search forever and ever. So you just wait right there. You amaze me more than any bug ever will. Because I can't believe how much I've changed because of you. You're such a strange girl. It was then that I made a promise to myself. It was for my own good and no one else's. The only condition by which I could permit something as unnatural as me to be allowed to live in this peaceful world. Doing so was the most cowardly thing I could have possibly done, but I hope you can forgive me. I was more concerned about that than about continuing to deceive myself. On the final day... Wow, I can't believe how many people came to see us off. Thanks for coming. It means a lot that you came here to be with us. So, as I think you all know, Joshua and I are going to be away from the world for a while.
We'll be traveling around the continent, doing our bracer work from the various guilds in the countries we visit. We might be away for quite some time, too. Right now, we intend to travel across basically the whole continent. But one day, we will come back here to Roland. We promise.
Yeah, we will. We'll make sure we've grown so much that you won't be able to believe your eyes when we come back, too.
I still can't believe you decided all of this on your own, without ever consulting your loving papa.
Oh, didn't they?
They did not. That made taking time off to come and see them a real pain, let me tell you. Sorry about that, Dad. We realized we didn't give you much notice with this.
It's something we discussed seriously, though. Hopefully you'll be able to believe what we're doing is for the best.
As long as you've given serious thought to what you're doing, you have my support. So go out there and do what you want to do. I'll always be right here waiting for you.
Good to hear.
Thanks, Dad.
You're both veteran bracers at this point, so I'm sure you don't need much in the way of advice. Instead, I'll keep this simple. From now on, it'll be up to you to decide what you need to learn and what you need to know. Focus on improving your powers of discernment. That's all I'll say.
I'll be sure to take it to heart.
Life as a bracer is very different in other countries compared to how it is here, as I'm sure you're about to find out. But the fundamentals are the same. Just do as we taught you here, and I'm sure you'll be fine. Thanks. I'm sure all we were taught will come in handy if we ever find ourselves in a bind. Oh, I'm sure you'll be able to handle anything you find yourselves up against. We taught you ourselves, after all. Follow your hearts with your heads held high, and you'll be just fine.
That means a lot to us. We can't thank you enough for all you've taught us over the years. And I'm sure it'll keep coming in handy in the future, too.
For real, we really owe you two. Oh, there's no need to thank me. I've just done what I always can as your big sister. Don't drink or eat anything that seems funny while you're away, Estelle. Make sure you brush your teeth before bed, too. And that you don't get so caught up in work you forget to shower. And...
Easy now, Stella. She's not a child anymore, you know? She knows how to take care of herself.
I hope she can, because if you don't look after yourself, Estelle, I'll be showing up in your dreams.
The scary part is, I wouldn't put it past you to find a way to do that.
Don't worry. That really won't be necessary, I swear.
You take good care of her too, Joshua. And remember, there's always a job available for you at my shop if you want it. So come back safely, you hear? I will. Please, take care of yourselves while we're away.
I don't want you to go, Estelle. You won't forget about me, will you? Come on now, stop crying. Of course I won't. When we settled in whatever we end up next, we'll write to you right away, okay? Look after Elisa while I'm away, okay, Tio? I will. Make sure not to let Joshua get away while you're out of the country too, okay?
What?
Duly noted. You two really have to go? Joshua... Oh, look at that. You've got the twins crying buckets now, too. It's no surprise this would be hard on them. You have been looking after them since they were babies. Of course they'll miss you. I've got tons of great memories with them to keep me company while we're away, thankfully.
It's probably going to be a while before we can see any of you again. But you'll never leave our thoughts. Promise.
I'm gonna miss you. The Bose-bound airliner will be departing shortly. All passengers, please board the airship at this time. Oh dear, looks like we're out of time. Well then, take care of yourselves. We will.
You too, sir.
Joshua? Have you made up your mind then?
I have. I want to be Joshua Bright after all. I know the name distinction might not be a big deal in the eyes of others, but it is for me. It's part of me taking the first and most difficult step on this journey. It's part of making choices I can only make for myself. By the time we come back home, I want to have the strength to proudly declare living the rest of my life alongside you, Estelle, and everyone in Roland. Even after taking that first step, it's not like I can guarantee it'll get any easier. Maybe on some days it'll be so hard that I'll want to give up. Right now, though, right now, I'm more than happy to go out there and find my own path to walk. If I can do that, I can finally feel like I'm working towards becoming the person I want to be.
Very well, then. That's the kind of positive attitude I wanted to see. It suits you.
Thanks. That's the best compliment you could have possibly given me.
I swear, what is it with the men of our family? Would it kill the two of you to talk so that the rest of us can understand what you're saying? But whatever. Come on, Joshua. Get on board before you're left behind.
I'm coming.
We'll see you around. Estelle, when you come back here next, I'm going to be a bracer just like you. I am. Now that I want to see. You don't think I can do it, can you? I'm serious. By the time you get back, I'll be a bracer. I swear. I think I want to become one too. So...
Don't worry. We'll be back. We promise.
I can't wait to work you to the ground as co-workers. I'll be counting on you to have my back. So don't let us down, okay? I won't. Never forget that there's always a home for you here. No matter how long you're away, that will never change.
We won't.
Thanks, Dad. We'll see you later.
Side story departure finished. Received memory. Received 8,000 mirror. So, with kind of the backstory of Estelle and Joshua and the events following second chapter leading up to the third for those two cleared up, I think now's a good point to end stream. You know, if you've been watching this long, thank you for your continued viewership. It is much obliged. Bumps me up in the algorithm. Very cool. Stay safe, everybody, and hopefully I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.